Hello everyone. Today we have on our podcast Miss Raviraa Bhardwaj. She is a civil engineer, a model and an actor. In this podcast we are going to go through her whole journey from engineering to modeling to acting. At the end we will also ask her for some guidance to the upcoming aspirants who wants to make their career in modeling or acting. I hope you will enjoy this podcast. Now let's jump to the podcast. Okay. Hello, Raviraa ma'am. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Always great, ma'am. First of all, ma'am,
That's
thank you very
nice.
much for giving your time and coming for this podcast.
Oh no, it's my pleasure. I would love to do podcasts.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, ma'am, the first question I wanted to ask you was when did you first realize that you had a passion or you like doing modeling or acting?
It was like when I was in 10th that I realized that I want to be an actor, I want to be a model, but I was not sure whether acting or modeling, so I wanted to be both. Like people on the streets would come and ask for photos and they'll think I'm some model or someone from the film industry, but I was like,
Okay.
no, I'm not, I'm just in school right now. So
Okay.
that's when it started.
Okay. Beautiful. So, then when did you decided that you are going to make your career in this industry? And what was your family's reaction?
I decided this when I was in 10th. I told my mom and dad that I want to pursue acting,
Okay.
as my full-time career. But my parents were like, right now you're just in 10th, so you need to give some time and finish your studies and everything and then start this career. They were really supportive.
Okay. Okay. So, at in class 10 only, you decided that you are going to make your career in this. And after that, during 11th, 12th, you scored well in the JEE exam, got into SVNIT Surat for civil engineering. So, my question was when you already had your mind that you are going to make your career in modeling or acting. So, what made you score well in JEE and also get into SVNIT?
Actually, my family is very much this educational family. My parents
Okay.
have such high level degrees, and even my brothers sisters are like in really big colleges like Oxford and Nottingham
Okay.
and Cardiff and all. So my parents were like, you should be educated because it's always good to be educated. So that's what kept me motivating. And I was like, yeah, I should also be an engineer so that people don't think that I'm dumb and that's why I'm in acting. Because
Okay.
now they'll think I'm smart and I also want to be in acting.
Okay, great, ma'am. So, would you suggest the upcoming aspirants who want to make their career in modeling and acting to have an academic backup, or how much certain is this industry?
See, just like in JEE, if you give
Okay.
JEE, when I gave JEE, around 14 lakh students gave JEE.
Yeah,
Not
sure.
everyone gets into NIT and IITs. So
Sure.
they have these private or semi-private colleges for a backup. Similar in acting, there are a lot of aspirants for acting. Not
Okay.
everyone gets big in the industry. It's very difficult because it's a very, very big industry and there's not like one way to get into the industry.
Okay.
So I would definitely suggest to have an academic backup because if somehow you don't succeed, like in the worst case scenario, you can
Okay.
always fall back to your degree and have a good job and lead a good life.
Okay, sure. Mm-hmm. So now, ma'am, if we come to your during college life, so I think you might have participated in some of the competitions for other than this academics. So I wanted to ask, have you won any competition, or can you brief a little bit about them?
Actually, SVNIT Surat actually gave me modeling opportunities as in first year we had fashion night. So I
Okay.
participated in that and I won freshest face of the night. So
Okay.
on that day itself, I was recruited for Miss Gujarat. So it's
Okay.
a state level competition. So there I won the best personality model. So that was one of the steps in modeling industry. And I also won in my college life 2 times Miss Bhogmalo Queen, and in second year fashion night also I won the most photogenic face. So kind of like my modeling started in college itself. So it was in college
Okay.
level and state level as well.
Okay, ma'am. Wow, great. So, like, we also have the advantage that our college is like right in the middle of the city.
That's a great advantage
Yes,
actually,
ma'am.
because you're plus it's really really close to Mumbai, so you can just go to Mumbai like in 2.5 hours and come back the same day if you have any project in Mumbai. So it is like a geographical advantage for people who want to be in active field, I feel.
Yes, ma'am.
And middle of the city, so you can explore the city well, definitely. So, and Surat is also like a hub of a lot of projects, like Gujarati as well as Bollywood projects. So it's a great place to be, I feel.
Yes, ma'am. To ask you, like, were you doing any modeling work beside during your college days?
Yeah, so I was lucky enough that I got recruited for Miss Gujarat from my college itself, and that's a state level event. But for the Miss Bhogmalo Queen, that I participated on my own, and I won both the times. And in Miss Gujarat, as I told you, I won Best Personality Model. So yeah, I was doing all this in college time.
Okay. So, ma'am, like, if in general we say, like, how much, if someone wants to do these things besides academics during college, so how much time does it require, and how did you manage it with academics?
See, I think everyone knows, everyone studies 2 weeks or 1 week prior to NSEM or mid-SEM.
Yes, ma'am.
So,
Okay.
like 2.5 months are like you're almost free all the time, not doing much because, classes get over around 12:20 and then you have half days, and even if you have a lab, it's not every day. So you
Yes,
have an
ma'am.
ample amount of time to dedicate yourself towards your passion if you want to. I personally used to do like one event 1 year because I wanted to enjoy my college life as well. So I didn't
Okay.
stress enough in modeling that time. But yeah, I used to do like one event in 1 year like that. Or maybe
Okay.
two sometimes.
Okay. Okay. So, like, for this work, which like modeling and you participated in competition and all those things, definitely some expenses are required. So, I wanted to ask, like, how did you manage them, and also, do you like get paid well in the starting years of modeling?
Okay, so touchwood, I've been very lucky. My parents have always supported me financially for whatever I wanted to do. So
Okay.
expenses were never a problem for me because my parents supported my dream. And when it comes to payment, initially you don't get much payment or you do it for free. But if you're taking part in competitions, that's not payment. So
Yes,
in
ma'am.
college life, whatever I did, that was like I participated, so I didn't get paid. But after college, when I started my career properly, I did get paid, but it was nominal, and then it increased slowly as I got more experienced.
Okay. Okay. And you won these competitions during your college, and you were doing quite well in this industry. So, did any time your thought came to your mind that let me drop out of the college and give my full time to modeling or acting?
Actually, this thought came to me twice, first in first year, because
Okay.
my professors also used to say that you look like a celebrity or you're from some celebrity family, and they were like, you should drop out, not because, you're not good in studies, but because you belong to that industry.
Okay,
And
ma'am.
I was like, no, I studied so hard for JEE mains, JEE advance, and like full dedicating 2 years to it. So I should complete my degree. Then again in third year, I was thinking to drop out, but then I was like, I already did 3 years, and plus, I feel engineering is 6 years, 11, 12,
Okay,
and then
ma'am.
4 years. So I was like, I've already completed so much. It's just
Yes, ma'am.
1 year left. So let me have a degree and then start my career, because I was like 20 when I passed out, so I was
Okay.
quite young
Okay.
to do this. Party, and she was like,
So you still had quite a good amount of time. So why to only 1 year was left?
yeah, exactly. That's why I didn't drop out. I was like, let's have a degree, that'll be better. And actually paid off later on.
Okay. So now, ma'am, the part B of this question, like I wanted to ask, like, were you studying with like a good interest, or it was like okay only for the degree, or बस pass होना है acting करनी है बाद में, like.
No, like any other NITian, I used to start like 1 week before, sometimes even Saturdays or Thursdays. But
Okay, ma'am.
I was always an intelligent student, so I was always scoring good, and
Okay.
I just knew that I never want to fail in any exam. I just don't want to do that. So I never failed in any of my exams. I used to get good marks also, and I used to get average marks as well. So I was an 8-pointer, sometimes 7-pointer. So I used to maintain that.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So like usually when we do things like out of the main road, so like people definitely say things about. So did anyone told you during your college, or like why are you doing all these things, padhai pe dhyan de, and all those, and how did you manage them?
See, not everyone understands this line. Not everyone is ready to take such risk for this line. So few
Yes,
people
ma'am.
were like really supportive that, you should follow your passion and everything. Few people used to criticize, just because you look good, you think, you can make it. But you should always learn from good criticism and bad criticism and try to do the best. For now, I'm stepping up my game every time I feel. I've not reached my goal, but yeah, I'm definitely achieving small goals every day.
Okay, ma'am. Mm-hmm. So like, ma'am, now if we come to your after college life, so the first thing you did was you joined the Barry John studio directly, right?
Yes.
Okay, so like, can you brief about the course there and your experience about learning the acting?
Okay, so I am a strong believer that you should have natural acting skills to break in the acting industry, like to get a big break in the acting industry.
Okay.
So I always felt that I have natural acting skills, but you need to definitely brush up, polish, understand the camera work and blocking and everything. So that really helped me when I joined Barry John Acting Studio. There I could learn about camera blocking, angles, and voice modulations, and what tends to look good on the camera, and what tends to look good on stage. So you understand the different types of acting, method acting and everything. So it really paid me off because I understood how to act in front of camera with my natural acting as well. So I did a 3 months course, and I think for me that was enough.
Okay, ma'am. So then after doing that course, what was your first break point?
So right after the course, I started auditioning at big production houses.
Okay.
So I got my big break when this infamous video audition was there in ZTV. So Z production house called me for the audition, and I did the audition. I got the part, and everyone knows now that video has crossed 7 million on YouTube and 7.5 million on Facebook. Beta Humse Na Ho Payega. So I was the lead protagonist with Bharti Singh and Jai Bhanushali. So that was one of the best things that happened to my life, because as soon as that video got released, my Instagram grew overnight. I gained 25,000 followers, and I became, you can say, a little bit Insta famous instantly.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, great, ma'am. So like other than that, in what other works were you a part of?
So right after that, I did few short films, in one of which I played a psycho, and other short films as well. But again, I got a big project. A Gujarati film director called me, and he wanted that I should be the lead protagonist of his urban Gujarati film, Listen to Dil. So I auditioned and I got the part, and I was the lead protagonist, and I shot the film successfully because I thought, Gujarati, I lived in Surat, I understand it now. But that Gujarati was Kathiawadi Saurashtra. It was really difficult. But I'm good with languages, so I somehow managed it and I shot the film. It was supposed to release May 2020, but due to COVID-19, I think it's delayed, and it'll probably be released in 2021, I feel.
Okay. So the recording and the shooting part is over, and now?
Yes, that is over. I think even the editing is over, the color correction and everything is also over. So being a heroine is good in the Gujarati film industry, I feel.
Okay, ma'am. And ma'am, like shooting videos, like you have to give a lot of input and many retakes. So do you feel sometimes demotivated or low when your work is not appreciated, or like how do you get back from that?
See, most of the people associate giving retakes as bad acting. That's not the case.
Okay.
Yes, obviously you should not give more retakes because the director gets pissed off because
Okay.
it's all like time constraint and everything. Sometimes you give retakes because of the reasons that are not on your hand, maybe because there's some sound you don't want in that shot or something else. So I generally try to do not more than two retakes because if you know the art, if you know the skill, you should always be. It's like an exam. You should be pre-prepared. You should remember your
Yes, ma'am.
dialogues. You should
Okay.
know like what you're gonna speak and what expressions you're gonna give. Prepare before the scene, so you will not give retakes. I just had to give I think 5 or 6 retake once when I was shooting the Gujarati film, and that
Okay.
dialogue was really difficult because it was some really Saurashtra Gujarati, and
Okay, ma'am.
that's the only time. And even the director knew that it's not her fault. Rest,
Okay.
I even used to prepare those dialogues one night before, but sometimes it happens when it's not your language. But if it's your language like Hindi and English, it's best pre-prepare and never forget your dialogue. So you will not give retakes most of the times if it's not your fault.
Okay, ma'am. Now, ma'am, coming to the next point, like definitely audience doesn't see the whole part of the industry. So like can I think there might be some of the dark sides of this modeling or acting industry. So can you share some of them?
See, when you talk about the dark side is everywhere. It's even in the
Yes, ma'am.
corporate business. It's
Yes,
even
ma'am.
in the service industry. It's hospitality. So it's here in acting. It's just glorified more because there's more media presence. Yes,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
come across bad people, but you also come across good people. You should know your morals. You should have people judgment skills and understand that this person is not good for you or this person is good for you when it comes to giving work. Few people have ulterior motives when they're giving you work, so you should know that. And few people are
Yes, ma'am.
genuinely giving you work because of your acting skills.
Okay, ma'am. Mhm. So like one more thing I wanted to ask was like what are the struggles of a person who is in the starting of the modeling or the acting industry?
See, the basic struggle I feel is you don't understand how to enter the industry. Because if you want to enter NIT or IIT, you know that you have to prepare
Yes,
and
there
give
is only
JEE
one
main,
way.
JEE advance. Yes, so if you get cleared and then you can get to these colleges. But in acting, there's no one way.
Okay.
It's like branched. So you can
Okay.
follow one way and someone can follow the other way. So you don't know how to start. So I
Okay.
just feel someone who is starting, just go and give auditions at big production houses. That's my advice because they are genuine people
Okay.
and you don't come across shitty people in those production houses most of the time. So just
Okay.
go to the production house, ask if there's some audition going on and can I give an audition? Or
Okay.
at least leave your profile there. So then you see if you get a call back or not. Like, in Wire, if there are like casting places, even Mukesh Chabra. So it's good to leave your profile there. So that can be a starting point. I feel so. According to me, it is.
Okay, ma'am. So, ma'am, I also read that you are an animal activist. So, like, can you share some of the things about that? Okay.
So whenever me and my dad and my mom, whenever we get an opportunity, we feed animals. Like here right now, we are feeding peacocks and like normal places we used to feed stray dogs. I've rescued a lot of animals, endangered as well, like white-throated kingfisher, and
Okay.
then this tailor bird and hawks. So I've even in college I rescued many animals. I went to the animal rescue center in Pal, I guess,
Okay.
to give so many animals that I rescued. And sometimes I keep them, I nurture them, and then when they're fine to go, they just fly away. or like birds and other animals, then I leave them to a good place where they have the other species as well where they can interact. So I've always been an animal activist, and I always will be. And I don't wear leather and real fur
Okay.
and anything that's not cruelty free.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Great. So, like, you did civil engineering. So, I wanted to ask, like, does it help anyway at present?
Definitely, it does help because there are projects that require you to be educated actually.
Okay.
So I got this project only because I was a civil engineer and an actor.
Okay.
So Rural Development Institute of Uttarakhand recruited me as their brand ambassador because they wanted to show the clear water reservoir thing that they had done in different villages in Uttarakhand where clean water can be supplied to the villages. So they actually required someone who has the knowledge of it. So being a civil engineer, I actually had the knowledge of it, and plus I'm an actor, so I could do the acting part as well. So being educated, I feel, is very important in the industry.
Okay, so that combination has helped you a lot, like being an actor plus the civil engineer.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, it has.
So, would you like to share some of the current projects, like before this COVID-19 situation, which you are working, or any future plans?
See, I have many projects and that too on hold, like few music videos and all. I can't go in detail.
Okay, ma'am.
And other projects as well. But due to COVID, everything has come to an hold, and it should, because health is more important than any project or anything. So even I don't want to take a risk, although I'm young.
Yes, ma'am.
So let's see, once this COVID is settled down, then the projects can be restarted.
Okay, ma'am. Great. So, ma'am, what people see, or the audience which are not in the industry, we see that actor's life is great, money plus fame plus roam around the world while shooting, or maybe else. But I think there are many things which the audience doesn't see. So, like, can you tell me some of the things behind the screen? On first of all, about your health and your diet, how much you need to take care as an actor.
Yeah, so that's definitely true, but what people don't see is that you need to have a great diet, you need to focus on your fitness, and you need to have a good skincare routine because you need to look great on the camera. So you have to work out every day, have a great diet, and have a good skincare regimen. So all these things are very, very important. I love traveling, and I've always traveled with my family, and we have been to 16 countries, and I would love to travel for projects as well.
Great.
So all these things take toll on your body, so you need to really, really take care of your body. So because this industry depends on your physical appearance most of the time, mental as well, but physical is very, very important. So these are the things, the struggle behind six-pack abs or having a fit body and good skin. These are the things that people don't see.
Okay, ma'am. Great. So, from another point of view, how much time does it take to shoot a, let's say, 5 to 6 minute video, and the number of retakes you take for a particular scene?
And finishing. See, it totally depends. I once shot for 24 hours straight for a 10-minute video. See, I love acting, I love shooting. So for me, it was like I'm on a holiday. So I love doing that. But generally, it totally depends on what type of video you're doing. Once I've shot for 6 hours for a 20 minutes video, because it totally depends what is the thing, whether it's with dialogue, without dialogue, totally varies. But on a general aspect, if you see, you can record up to 2 minutes per day if you have a lot of screen change and a lot of shot changes, like if you want a master shot, reaction shot, and every other shot. So that takes time. But if it's just like you're sitting at one place and saying something, then that is much more easier.
Yes, ma'am.
So if you're shooting a film, I would say 2 to 3 minutes maximum per day, and that takes up to 10 to 12 hours.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. So then it might take at least 2-3 months to complete the movie.
No, it can take up to 30 days as well if you're shooting regularly and
Okay.
starting early and finishing late. And
Okay.
like makeup touches and everything, because and action continuity, all these things are very, very important, even dress continuity, because you don't shoot a film like this that, from start to end. Sometimes you shoot the middle part first and start
Okay.
last and the end first. It depends.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay. So like the next thing also was quite relatable to this question, saying like I make YouTube videos. So even sometimes a video of 30-40 minutes sitting under the lights and camera, so it gets headache sometimes. So how do you again like shoot for, you said, 6 hours continuously and that too under sunlight and all those?
See, again, it's my passion. I love doing it. Like when I was shooting my film, it was when outdoor scenes were there. We used
Okay,
to
ma'am.
start around 7:30 in the morning and go up to 1:30, and you're standing under the sun, and definitely you get breaks so you can sit in your vanity van.
Oh,
But otherwise you're shooting in bright sunlight, it actually takes a lot of toll on your skin, as I told you, because of a lot of sun damage. And then after 1:30 we start again at 3, then 3 to 7:30. So you need to have a great skincare routine, and a night skincare routine for that, to help your skin feel rejuvenated the next morning, and you are like all energized for the next morning, and have a great night's sleep as well.
okay, ma'am. So like, ma'am, life and all those for these things.
I feel social life kind of remains till the college. You have a lot of friends, a lot of
Yes, ma'am.
free time, a lot of time to waste, a lot of time to probably relax. But once either you're in corporate or business or even in this industry, you tend to focus more on your career and have a
Okay.
social life occasionally. So for
Okay.
me also, I focus on my career, and plus you have to maintain a diet and fitness. So eventually you stop eating less outside, because that's not good for your health and your skin. So that's the thing. Otherwise, yeah, I need my friends fix. So I still have few of my friends in Surat. So whenever possible, once a month I come to Surat and I enjoy as if, I'm at juniors as well. So we all meet up and enjoy as if it's my college days. So that's like a cycle reset for me, you can say.
Okay. So, ma'am, like you have a really great and inspiring journey. So, like for the upcoming aspirants, and heading
Thank you.
towards the last part of this podcast, like some guidance to the upcoming aspirants who wants to make their career in modeling or acting. So the first thing I wanted to ask was like, what were the mistakes which you made and which you would like suggest not to do to the upcoming aspirants so that they can have a more clear path.
I would only suggest this thing. Do not trust people easily in this industry. Be
Okay.
very, very careful. If
Okay.
someone is saying that we are going to take you for this project and
Okay.
not mentioning other things, and just, if it's too good to be true, it's definitely not right.
Okay,
So,
ma'am.
I also used to feel, yeah, oh wow, I'm getting this and that, and then later on realizing people have ulterior motives, they either want money or other things from you. So you
Okay,
just
ma'am.
walk away from it. So it gives a sense of this thing that you're very happy for some time, and when you realize that this project is not good for you, so that takes a toll on your mental health. And sometimes even people with cannot deal with rejection. So rejection is very, very normal. It's okay. If you get rejected, it's okay. You should not take this to your mental health. You should
Okay,
always
ma'am.
feel, oh, I'll give the other part better than this. So
Okay, ma'am.
these things you should always keep in mind to be stress free in this industry. Like at least try to be, and just focus on the good things and have the confidence for it.
Okay, ma'am. So, like the second point for the guidance, like, can you give a roadmap like this and this to a absolute zero person, like who is at absolute zero and want to make their career in acting or modeling with the two conditions. First, he or she is in college and he or she has graduated.
I just feel sorry, one second. So, I just feel that in college, you should just focus on your college life because, I just feel they're the best days of your life. You enjoy, you chill,
Yes,
you have
ma'am.
no responsibility, no pressure of earning money or anything. So, that time you should just know what you want to do right after college. Just have a plan lined up in your mind that you want to go here first, learn acting, and then
Okay.
try for all these things. Just research about it. Don't try it before because it'll create unnecessary pressure in your college life. I was lucky enough, I got modeling projects back then, but I used to always enjoy them and I didn't struggle for them. I just got them. So if you're getting it easy, that's fine. Don't struggle for it in college.
Okay, ma'am. And
And if you have graduated, right?
yes, ma'am.
After graduation, be focused. And as I told you, definitely go for auditions in big production houses because those
Okay.
are like the most genuine people you can find in the industry. And be really focused in this industry and do not lose hope. Carry on, don't give up. I'll just say that.
Okay, ma'am. So, ma'am, like if someone wants to do modeling, so like what things he or she must look for in the agency for while choosing the agency?
See, I am a freelancer because I don't like to be in a contract
Okay, ma'am.
that someone can dictate me how to do stuff. But if you want to choose an agency, just see that whether that agency is liberal towards your work. Otherwise, few agencies are like you can only do the work which we give you, and you cannot take outside work. So choose agencies that allow you to be flexible and you can do projects from other places as well. So
Okay,
that
ma'am.
is one advice. And rest, it's best if you're a freelancer, but if you're starting out, because sometimes you're just in such long period contracts that you can't do anything. So it's better to choose a flexible agency if possible. Otherwise, be a freelancer. I'll just say that that's better. But if you
Okay, ma'am.
really want to, choose a flexible one. So
Okay, ma'am.
flexibility is very important.
Like, would you suggest to look for how much they pay or not?
Most of the agencies, they're gonna charge commission from you. They're
Okay.
gonna take some amount of money from your payment.
Okay,
So
ma'am.
if you really need money, I would just say go freelancing. If money is not an issue for you and you're okay with that agencies are taking money because they are providing you work. So it totally depends, individual to individual.
Okay, ma'am. So now, ma'am, the last question of this podcast, like some tips from your side which you would like to give to the upcoming aspirants for modeling or acting.
Again, I'll just say don't give up and carry on in this industry. It takes time, but it's worth it. Rome wasn't built in a day. So
Yes,
just
ma'am.
take time and go through the right paths, have your morals, know what you want to do in this industry, how exactly you want to proceed, and go through genuine routes. So that's how you'll become a good person in this industry and achieve a career goal point, I'll say.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Once again, thank you very much for like giving your time.
Thank you so much for having me. I had a great time.
Thank you, ma'am.